Welcome back to the program. Today, we are diving into a complex and sobering development in international security, the reported role of U.S.-supported military actions in Nigeria. For years, the U.S. has partnered with Nigeria to combat extremist groups like Boko Haram and ISWAP. However, a series of incidents have raised red flags among human rights observers. Specifically, we are looking at the January 2023 airstrike in Nasarawa State, which resulted in the deaths of at least 37 civilians. While the intent is often framed as precision counterterrorism, the reality on the ground frequently tells a different story of tragic loss and strategic miscalculation. As civic-minded citizens, it is crucial we understand how our tax dollars and military technology are being deployed abroad, and the human cost associated with these interventions.
This brings us to the legal framework governing these operations. Under the Leahy Law, the United States is prohibited from providing military assistance to foreign security force units if there is credible information that the unit has committed a gross violation of human rights. The recurring collateral damage in Nigerian strikes puts this law to the test. Critics argue that the distinction between precision strikes and indiscriminate bombings is becoming dangerously blurred. Are we maintaining the transparency required for democratic oversight? When errors occur, the path to accountability is often obscured by bureaucratic layers and national security secrecy. For active voters, the question is whether our foreign policy aligns with our domestic values of justice and the rule of law.
Looking forward, the relationship between the U.S. and Nigeria remains a cornerstone of African security policy. However, the recurring civilian casualties demand a shift in strategy. It is not just about military hardware, it is about bilateral relationships built on trust and shared accountability for errors. Civic oversight is the only way to ensure that errors are investigated and that victims' families receive justice. As voters, staying informed about these global events allows us to pressure for better diplomatic outcomes and more humane intervention strategies. We must ask, how can we support stability without sacrificing the very lives we claim to protect? Thank you for staying engaged with the world's most pressing issues. Join us next time as we continue to bridge the gap between policy and impact.